What are the signs that you could just be dating yourself? What are the signs? Let me start with the very, very obvious ones, all right? And you would agree with me at some point. You would share your own thoughts. Okay. Now, one of the clear signs that this relationship, the other person has not yet caught the bug, hasn't caught the fever, is not yet into you, is the fact that very, very basic and fundamental point, you're the only one who's always reaching out. Point number one. All right. At this stage of the relationship, perhaps it will get better later. I don't know. But at this stage, you're the one always reaching out. Always reaching out. If you don't call, they won't call. If you don't text, they won't text. If you don't check on them, they won't check on you. You could drop them some missed calls and messages and they don't call back. They don't call back today, they don't call back tomorrow. You drop them a couple of other messages or calls and then they tell you, oh, sorry, I was very busy. I've been very busy, and then, oh, you understand. You understand with them. And you guys continue like that. But the same thing happens over and over again, and it becomes a pattern. All right, it becomes a pattern. That is one of the signs that the person you think you're in a relationship with hasn't caught the fever yet. He hasn't caught the relationship bug yet. No, not yet. Because when people are genuinely interested in you, when people genuinely want you, they will make out time to speak with you. They'll make out time to be with you. They'll make out time to take your calls. And even when they can't take your calls, they will be kind enough to respond to the calls. Send you a message telling you, okay, I'll call you back later. I'm a little bit busy now in a meeting, but I'll call you, but I'll reach out to you later, stuff like that. If you're always the only one reaching out in your relationship, I'm taking note, this has lingered for a while. I'm not talking about a 1 week relationship. It has lingered for a while, for months. You have gone on and on and on, it's one of the signs that you are not yet, your partner hasn't caught the bug yet. Okay. What should you do? Very good question. Well, what you should do, first things first, is talk about it. All right. Talk about it. Let the person know that, you're concerned about the fact that, they don't reach out to you. They don't want to hear from you. They don't call you. They don't check on you. You want to know why. You want to know, do you think about me? Am I important to you? Am I inconveniencing you? Perhaps I could stop if I'm a bother to you. So you want to reach out to them and find out, or let them know how you feel about them not keeping in touch with you. All right. Now the truth is, you see, a lot of people shy away from that conversation because they don't want to offend. They don't want to look like they are demanding anything from the person. They don't want to offend the person. So they just manage and hope that somehow along the line he's going to catch up or she's going to catch up. But listen, the point remains that if you are the only one in your relationship reaching out to the other partner, all right, all the time, and it has lingered over time, then that partner is not yet interested in you. Not yet. Maybe they'll be interested later, but for now, not yet. All right. So you want to have that conversation with them and let them know, okay, this is what I think. This is how I feel. You don't call me unless I call you. You don't check up on me. You don't send me messages. You leave, your house is some blocks away from mine, but you never stop by to check on me. What's going on? You want to have that conversation. All right. And if there are people who are really interested in you, they would most likely get the point from that conversation, apologize, and you will see them putting the effort to do better. Okay? You'll see them putting the effort to do better. But if it's someone who doesn't send, man, if someone who's just there for the game and who's really not into you and doesn't really care about you, then you will see that they will give you reasons upon reasons upon reasons why they've not been able to check on you. And many times they'll even turn it around and put the blame on you. It's one of the points I will get to just now. Okay. And then you will be the one who will start apologizing, telling them, oh, sorry, maybe, oh, yes, it's true. I'm sorry. I'm the one that is at fault. You see, in fact, that's one of the points. I don't want to just get into that just yet. Okay. One of the signs that the person is really interested in you is that when you have that conversation, then you will see them putting the effort to do better. And I can speak about this really because, I know that there are people who, I've said this time and time again that there are people who don't know how to do relationship, especially guys. All right. There are guys who really don't know how to do relationship. Ladies just know these things from from their emotions, right? From the way they are wired, but there are guys who need to be taught how to be in a relationship. And I'm very serious about this, okay? A guy can genuinely like you and really want you, but somehow not know there's a way he doesn't, he wouldn't know how to have the communication. He wouldn't know what gestures, he wouldn't know. Sometimes he's just shy. Sometimes he's completely ignorant. All right. These are the times where I say people need to know how to train their partners into becoming the kind of persons they want them to be. Okay. And, so let me just use an example that you hear PK and Pastor Mildred talk about a lot of times. How that those days when they were dating, PK would see Mildred and say, hey, how far now? And she would say, hey, which one is how far? Don't be greeting me how far. I'm not one of your guys. Do you understand? I'm not one of your guys. Greet me with a lot more calmness and, add some, sengemenge. Do you understand? I don't know the English word to describe that, but come on, make it a little bit more. You're talking to a lady, not hey, bros, what's up? No, you don't greet your babe like that. All right. They could visit and he doesn't check on her till she's gone home and she's calling to say, was he calling now? Somehow she's telling him, why didn't you check on? He's like, hey, you say you're going home. You have gone home now. Like, I don't need to be bothered. I don't need to check whether have you reached home. You see, that's an example of a typical guy not really knowing that there are certain gestures that you should extend to the lady. So the point is, it's you who will train him, who will tell him what you want. You tell him how to respond to you. Yeah, someone says some sweetness. Yeah, you relate with her with some sweetness, not just like your guy. Do you understand? So that's just a small example. But the truth is, for a guy or a partner who is really interested in you, if they are not keeping in touch, if they are not reaching out to you, and you have that conversation with them, then they will make adjustments. But if they don't make adjustments and instead they twist it and make you the guilty person, make you the one who's at fault, make you the one who's doing something wrong by explaining how you want to be treated in your relationship, then trust me, you're dating yourself. That person is not in a relationship with you. They're not good for you. They don't like you. And you want to save yourself and get out of that relationship. All right. So that was sign number one, which is the fact that you're always the one doing all the reaching out, okay? And don't forget, I said this is over time. Now, you see, I'm emphasizing some of these things because I've seen a number of things that happen among young people. Guy meets girl today. By next week, they're already forming lovey-dovey. Okay, by next 2 weeks, you're already complaining, nah, I don't hear from me, don't check on me, and you're wondering, like, come on, what is doing you people? Like, take it easy. Do you understand? Allow the tempo to build up gradually, and let it be based on some more depth, not just like your face, your lips, your fingertips, your hips. Let it be beyond that. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's when it's all this shallow level relationship where you meet today, you're sleeping with each other tomorrow. Then, me, I don't know how to comment in that kind of relationship. The type I like to comment about is a relationship that is planned for marriage. So that's what I'm talking about here. You understand what I mean? All right. So that's one of the first points. If you're the only one reaching out all the time, right, then that person is not yet in a relationship with you. Okay. Now, a second point you want to look out for is that they don't ask about the details in your life. They don't really care. They don't really care. You guys are gisting and they can talk about every other thing, but they don't talk about you. Like you. How are you? What's going on in your life? How is work? What are the challenges? How is your family? Your brother, your sister, your mother, father? They don't talk about you. Do you know why they don't? Because they don't care. They just don't care. They perhaps don't know that they should care, but the point is right now they don't care. Do you understand? So that's something that you should pay attention to, because if someone is interested in you, one of the things that should happen is that they want to know about you. Because what's really happening here is that they're asking themselves, can I live with this person? Can I be married to this person? Can I do life with this person? And so they want to check out different things about you, about what you think, about how you were raised, about where you schooled, about what your experiences are, about what you think about this, about what you think about that, about why you're doing this as against that. Somehow they would ask questions about you. And if you're here listening to me and you're saying you're in a relationship with somebody and you don't know what to discuss with them, please know that one of the things you should do is find out about them. Find out about their families. Do you understand that? I have known cases where people thought they were going to get married until they started finding out about their families. And one person says, you know what, I cannot get married into this family. I am so sorry. It won't work. Why? Because there was such important or sensitive information that was a deal breaker for them. Okay, so the point is, there are things to talk about. There are things to ask about. If this person, you guys have been going out for months, all right, and they are not concerned anything about you. You complain about some challenges you had at work, they say, okay, and they change the topic. You're talking about deadlines you have to meet, these challenges you're going through, that, and you say, yeah, well done. And they're talking about the latest movie in the cinema. How about now? This person is not interested in you. I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying, right? Okay, because you see that they're not looking for the details in your life. They just don't care. It's not what's on their mind. It's not what's on their mind. And times like that, you want to ask yourself, so what else is on this person's mind when they think about me? Really, what else is on their mind? If you don't care about the me, the really me, what else is on your mind? Do you understand? So it's one of the signs. They don't care about the details. They don't want to know. You may have asked them questions about their family history, their family clan, everything about their life, but they have not asked you back. It's because they don't want to know. It's because they don't care. It's because they really don't care that much. They don't see you that far into their lives. So there's no point digging into all of no, there's no need. You're just fine like that. Okay? And you see, yeah, truly that's a red flag. All right, that's a red flag, because if you're really interested in someone, if someone is really interested in you, they want to know about you. There are times I'm counseling with people and I'm asking about what the partner does, and one person does not know. Sha does one or two business here and there. What business? What is business? Is the person a criminal? Is the person a ritualist? Is the person a kidnapper? Is the person a fraudster? What is business? You need to know what kind of things they do. Okay? And they say, you're asking, and they say, no, don't worry, you know understand. Please explain. Explain first. Give me the benefit of the doubt. Explain. Do you understand? Yes. All right? Yeah, that S&B babe says, you have to sleep with the girl is what's on their mind. Well, exactly it. I'm coming to that. It's one of the points here. I'm coming to it. Okay, so you see that if they're not asking about the details of your life, and when I mean details, I mean you get the context, right? I'm not talking about the fine unnecessary details. I'm talking about the things that really matter to you, like your family, like your career, like your ambition, like your strengths, your weaknesses, your fashion sense, your challenges, your everyday life. If they're not asking about all of those things, then trust me, they're not quite interested. You may just be dating yourself. All right. So ask yourself, am I my boo's bae or am I my bae's boo? You want to ask yourself that question. All right. So that's the second point. Let me move on. I think I have a number of points to touch. All right. Now, this is another thing you want to look out for. They don't relate to you with excitement. There's no excitement. No matter how you are all pumped when you see them or hear from them, hey, what's up? You're happy? And like, yeah. Okay, sure. Yeah, fine. Right. No. And you're no excitement, just bland, And then what makes it even more annoying is that when other people reach out to them, you see all that energy, you see all that ginger, you see all that fire, hey, what's up, hey, And then when it's you, it's cold. And it's not like you have done anything wrong. It's not like, do you understand what I'm saying? It's not like there's anything awful about you. They just don't feel that energy when they're with you. All right. You call them, how are you doing? It's so good to hear your voice today. Like, yeah, sure. What's sure? Oh yeah, same. What's same, bro? What's same, baby? You need to talk. You need to express yourself. You need to let them know that they're important to you. So when you're not getting that energy, when you're not getting that excitement, and this is not just a one-off, take note, it is the consistent body language you get from them. It's the consistent vibe you get from them. All right. If that is the case, trust me, this person is not yet into you. So far, you are the one in a relationship with yourself. All right. Someone is sending me a message to come in my live. I want to be sure that you're doing that deliberately, or is that a mistake? Baoshia. If it's deliberate, then you can comment that you want to get in the live so that I bring you in at some point. But if it's not, then I'll just ignore it. All right. You're welcome to the session. Yeah. So someone says, I've met someone like this. Exactly. Exactly. I mean, these are real stuff we're talking about, you know. Yeah, there are people like that out there. No energy, no excitement, no vibe. But yeah, they keep you around. They want you around. And that's the next point I'm going to talk about. Okay, that's the next point I'm going to talk about. Which is the fact that they only call you when they need something you can supply, something you can deliver. They only call you when they want you. Sometimes it's for money. Sometimes it's for food. Sometimes it's for house chores. Sometimes it's for errands. Can you help me just pass by, pick up the car? I didn't take it to work today. I noticed there are lots of queues in town. Can you just help me buy fuel? On your way back, you just park the car. Yeah, you know. They only reach out to you when they want to send you an errand, when they want to get something from you. And of course, the big one is sex. They only reach out to you when they are missing you, they are horny, and now they need somebody to step down with. I know, where's that my customer retainership? Where you? Oh yeah, come on. I miss you in a long time. And then you, Seth, you carry your two left legs and go and meet them. And then that is all that you bring into their lives. That is all the value that you add to those people. So take note. If the only time somebody calls you is so that you can come over, or so that they can talk about or make a request of you, then they're not in a relationship with you. They are using you. That's what it is. They are users. They don't love you. They're using you. And then if you're the one who's always been called upon to supply that need, you need to place a little bit more value on yourself. Don't let no human being treat you like that. You're a lot more valuable. You can't just be there to be somebody's thing, you know, to be somebody's item, to be somebody's object of satisfaction, or object of lust, or object of whatever it is. No, you have a lot of value in yourself. Do you understand? So one of the signs that you are dating yourself is that this partner would not care about you, would not check up on you, does not care about the details in your life. But guess what? When they have a need that you can provide, then they call you, and then they make it very urgent, and they make it the most important thing in the world. Guess what? At that point, it's not about you. It's about them satisfying themselves and their cravings. You get that? So if they're only reaching out to you when they want to have sex with you, clearly that is what you are to them. It's not a valuable relationship. It's just a calm down kind of relationship. You are just that tool of calm down. Do you understand? And you want to walk out of that kind of relationship because it's very detrimental to you. It's detrimental to your self-esteem. It's detrimental to your body. It's detrimental to your soul. You know, your mind. It does a lot of damage to you. So you want to get out of that relationship. And you want to look out for these kind of people around you, because guess what? They are everywhere. Everywhere. At the beginning, they're the ones running after you just to get you to that point where, like I like to say, they've gotten you on standby. Do you understand? And then you now have to be the one to put in all the work. You now have to be the one to be calling them all the time, to be checking up on them all the time, to be sacrificing for them, and they're not doing anything towards you. Just when they want to use you, when they want to get their peace from you. P-I-E-C-E, all right? Not peace of mind, right? When they want to get a piece of you. That's very bad. Those guys are not in love with you. They're not in a relationship with you. They're making a mess of you. They're making mockery of you, and they're using you, and you're dating yourself. All right? So you want to get out of that quickly and look for something more solid, something more credible, something, you know, that has purpose in it. Okay. And listen, guys, you know, I mean, if you look around you, if you just look back over your life for a little bit, you identify some of these things I'm saying around people that you know, relationships that you know. All right. These are very, very clear signs. You need to know how to take the necessary decisions when you see these signs. Okay. So let me move on to the next point. Oh, this is another one. It looks like the one I said before about them not observing the details or not asking about the details in your life. This one is that they don't observe anything about you. They don't observe anything about you. You're a typical lively person, but you show up this day not lively. They don't notice that. You're typically not a lively person, but you show up this day super excited because something good has happened in your life. They don't notice that. Oh, let me keep it at the basic things. You do a nice haircut or a nice hairdo, they don't notice it. Putting on nice clothes, sometimes you deliberately dress for them, they don't notice it. It's so painful. It's very, very painful. When you have taken your time, you have gone to buy that special clothes, you have gone to take all the special styling, after doing everything, you're stepping out in style for this person, and then they don't even notice. And then you try to draw their attention to that. Oh, yeah, it's fine. Yes. It's because they're not interested in you. Yeah, thank you for dropping that there. They're not interested in you. No, they're not. All right. If someone is interested in you, they'll pay attention to you. All right. They'll pay attention to you, and they will take note of those little things. You see, these are some of the things I meant when I said that there are people who don't know. Sorry, give me a second. There are people who don't know, that these things are necessary etiquettes in a relationship. Now, for people like that, you will see their heart. You will know that this person is a good person, but it's not trying in this area. And then you start mentioning it to them. And when you mention it to them, like I said earlier, you will see them put in the effort. You'll see them make the adjustments. Do you understand? But if they are not making the adjustments, they're not putting in the effort, then they are simply not interested. And one thing you need to know is that you need to stop waiting and hoping that they will catch up along the line. They will not. This is who they are. They will not catch up along the line. See, there's this thing they say that history repeats itself again and again, but humans have refused to learn from history. They say experience is the best teacher. And some have argued that, yes, experience is the best teacher, but it doesn't have to be your own experience. It can be other people's experiences. But guess what? A lot of people want to go through the same experiences themselves before they learn the lessons. And that is not good. You can save yourself a lot of stress if you pay attention to wisdom. The Bible talks about inclining your heart to wisdom, inclining your heart to understanding, where you're able to sit and observe and ask questions and derive useful conclusions that would help you make informed decisions. Do you understand? That's how to be deliberate and strategic about your life. Not just moving like one who's, just blown by the wind, or like chaff that's just blown wherever the wind wants to take it, or like moving like one who like a sheep being led to the slaughter, no direction, no sense of purpose. You don't know what you're doing. Come on, it's about time you had a check on your life and see how you've been living. Is it purposeful? All right. And you want to now backtrack and find out what things need to change and how you need to do better. Okay, you can't just be doing relationship that is bringing you pain, sorrow, crying every day, every night, and you think that is the idea of relationship. You cry sometimes, you smile sometimes. So what kind of stuff is that? There are ladies who take pride in how they cry in their relationship. In fact, there are people who seem to just enjoy the down times in the relationship. That's what is. Well, there are many reasons that could be responsible for that, which I don't want to get into now. All right, sometimes it's just the abnormality of their upbringing. Sometimes it's the abuse and the trauma from their past. You understand? But my point is that don't get comfortable in something that is not good for you. In next week's session, I'm going to be showing certain, indices that you can use to evaluate your relationship. One of them is you're asking yourself, what have I gained in this relationship? How is it impactful to my life? Do you understand that? You want to have those checks, okay? Because there are many people snooping around who don't really care about you, who are just selfish and who are just thinking about what they can get for themselves. And they see you as the person who can supply that need. And then they come to you. All right. If you're not properly guarded, you would fall for some of those tricks. Okay. So I've touched a number of points. Let me do a very quick recap on the points I talked about. One, I said you're always the only one who's reaching out. They don't reach out to you. I also talked about the fact that when they relate to you, there's no excitement. All right. I also talked about the fact that they don't know the details in your life. They don't care about the details in your life. They don't ask you about it. I also talked about the fact that they don't observe when there's something new or something different about you. You have to call their attention to it. They don't readily see it. I also mentioned that they only reach out to you when they need something from you. And sometimes it's sex, sometimes it's money, sometimes it's food, or any kind of supplies, whatever it is. Just when they need you, that's when they call you. These people are not in a relationship with you. They are users, and you need to be wise, and you need to communicate and let them know that this is the vibe you're getting, and you can't continue like this, basically. All right. Okay, let me move on to a couple of other points. If I have time, I would jump into the next category. Oh, let me see. This other point tells you that, this other point says that they make you the guilty person all the time. So, they've done something wrong to you. They forgot your birthday. They speak unkindly to you. They treat you with disrespect. And when you bring their attention to it, they find a way to turn the situation around and make you the wrong one and make you the guilty one. And they let you know that you brought it upon yourself. They only responded to you like that. They only treated you like that because you behave like this, and this is how you always behave, and because they're trying to help you, because they're trying to teach you, because they're trying to make you strong, because they're... And these people they're master manipulators. So by the time they tell you this kind of thing, you to start thinking to yourself that, okay, maybe it's true. Maybe I did not try. Maybe you start taking all the guilt and blame to yourself. Listen, excuse me. Any relationship that is not helping you improve your self-worth, your self-concept, that is not helping you build self-confidence, resilience, strength, that relationship is not good for you. You can't go far in life with that kind of relationship. Someone says something here that women are actually married to such men, women are actually married to, so sad, so sad. These things happen. All right, these things happen. So you guys want to pay attention to some of these things, and take note. It's not only guys that behave like this, because I know typically when we talk about things like this, people think it's the men are bad. Yeah, there are women who do like that too. All right, they blame you for everything. They make you the guilty person all the time. You always find yourself always saying I'm sorry all the time. All right, that is not a healthy relationship. No, it's not. It's not. All the time, you're always the one wrong. They cannot be wrong. And even when they're supposed to wrong, they twist it, they gaslight you, and you find yourself feeling sorry, you find yourself apologizing all the time. Okay, please, that is a very clear indication that this person is not truly in love with you, but they are just using you for some benefits or for whatever reason it is. And then ultimately, they don't care about you. They care just about themselves. All right, so let me move on very quickly. The next point, I wish I was giving numbers. This should be number like 7 or 8 now. I'm not so sure. If you've been following, maybe this should be number 8 now. Not sure, 7 or 8, right? Now, they are nicer to other people than they are to you. With you, they talk down at you, speak to you with disrespect, don't really care about you. But when they're out there, you see all of those courtesies. Oh, how are you, brother? Oh, good morning. Oh, good afternoon. Oh, can I help you do this? Oh, no, you don't. It's okay. It's just a small thing. It's okay. Someone steps on their toe and steps on their nice shoe, and they're like, oh, no, it's okay. It's nothing. Just leave it. All of the kind gestures, they express them towards any other person out there. But for you who's supposed to be the one inside, no kind gesture. They don't speak to you kindly. They don't treat you kindly. Basically, they're not nice to you. All right. And this is not something that is a one-off, because take note, I'm talking about patterns. All right. I mean, you've been with this person for a while. So it's not somebody you met yesterday or just 1 week or 2 weeks. No, you've been with this person for a while. And this is something you have noticed over time. And then the most annoying part is that at the beginning, at some point, when they were the ones coming after you, all right, you saw all of these niceness. You saw all of these nice things. You saw all of those gestures and stuff like that. And then just a while later, all of that has changed. Listen, when people start treating you like that, it simply means that, see, they're getting tired of you. They have probably gotten what they wanted out of you. So they're done. Like, don't you get it? Don't you get the signal? I don't know how to drive you. There's so many people in relationships like that. Both of them know that this relationship have ended, but they are waiting for who will be the first to pull the plug. So, but they are waiting, and they can tag along like this for another 1 year. Come on, save yourself all of this embarrassment. All right. Relationship is something that there's an energy that flows in a relationship. All right. And that energy is meant to be two-way. It's meant to be two-way. Both of us are putting in the effort. We're making the sacrifices. In fact, that's the next point I'll talk about. It's two-way. Both of us are putting in the sacrifices. Both of us are exchanging the courtesies. We're there for each other. All right. Yeah, so it should be two-way. And then if it's just one person doing all of this, the other person isn't reciprocating, or the other person is treating you like trash, then please don't remain in that relationship. It's detrimental to your health, your mental health, your physical health, your spiritual health is detrimental to you. All right? So you want to take note about that. You see people who are nice to other people, but to you who they're in a relationship with, no, they're not nice. And they expect you to understand. They're busy now. Guess what has happened? For you, you're no longer that important to them. So for the people who are important, they show all of those gestures. But to you, you are my past. You're not my project. Do you understand? There's nothing. I don't need anything. What am I looking up to you for again? Like, I don't need anything from you, basically. So basically, there's no regard. There's no respect. All right. So when you see that sign, please, you're telling yourself that, no, I deserve better. All right. I deserve better. I deserve more than this. Okay. And if you can have the conversation with the person. Don't forget, I said this all from the beginning. You always want to speak with them because you want to know what they think. You want to check their disposition towards you. You want to see if they'll put in the effort to be better, or if they just don't care. And if the vibe you're getting is that they just don't care, please don't stay there waiting for them to care later. All right? Because this is how abuse thrives. This is how it thrives. You're there in pain, hoping that the person will get better. The person is not getting any better, but you just keep believing that they will change later. What you fail to realize is that what you're seeing them exhibit is the true state of their heart towards you. They don't care. It's not work that is stressing them. No, it's not work. They just don't care. Most times they have gotten you where exactly they want you. All right. And this is why I tell people, as much as possible, we say these things again and again. When you're in a relationship, do your best possible. Ask God to help you when necessary. Do your best possible to keep romance and sex away from the relationship. Like make you wait, make you come out, make you go front, go wait for you. And that front is inside marriage. You understand what we're saying, right? Why am I saying that? Because many times the things people call relationship, the things people call dating, are simply lustful expressions towards a member of the opposite gender. That's what they call dating. You see somebody you are tripping for, and you know what I mean by trip. It's not their intelligence you're tripping for. You're tripping for body. You're tripping for how you're just imagining how you two can just get cozy and all the kind of things you can do together. And then you go after that person, or they come after you, and two of you just go after yourselves. And before you know it, you're romantically involved. When that is the foundation of the relationship, it is already a wrong foundation because it affects your ability to process things properly. It affects your decision making. All right. It is just wrong. Maybe one of these days I will have a full session where I'm talking about why starting a relationship off romantically is wrong. I'll talk about it. Okay. And I'm not just trying to be spooky or spiritual. I'm going to talk about it basically from the psychological impact and influence it can have on you as a person. Okay, because many times when we're telling people desist, don't delay, don't gratify, they think it's just some church talk. It's not church talk, right? It's for your life. It's for your preservation. The instructions of God are for your preservation. You are not doing God a favor by being good or bad. You're not. You're not. Do you understand? It's for yourself. It's for your own preservation. So we tell people, do your best possible to keep romance away from the relationship first. Or please, let me be clear, all right? I mean, what do you call it now? Anything around physical intimacy, okay? Because, romance is a big word, and generally there are gestures you should extend towards each other. We should be romantic, all right? Kind gestures, nice words, nice surprises, all right? Those are romance and those are good stuff, right? But what I'm talking about, physical intimacy, kissing, petting, necking, sex, smooshing and all of that. Those are the things I'm talking about. Yeah, you want to do your best to just push and go far first. Push and. All right? It should not come up now at all. Let's be looking at marriage. When we don't marry, we'll reach there. Do you understand? Why? Because it affects your psychology. It affects the way you think. It affects your ability to process. And then many times, take this from me. This is not church talk. Take it from me. When a guy sleeps with you too early, he loses a heavy measure of respect for you. Where's this book I was reading recently? Let me show you one book. From the title of this book, you know that it's not church book. It says Why Men Love Beaches. All right. The part 2 of the book is Why Men Marry Beaches. Let me read to you a paragraph in this book. Let me read it very quickly. Now follow me. The author is Sherry Agov. All right. Let me read to you a paragraph. Listen and follow me very carefully. Especially when it comes to dealing with a man, with one caveat. If you chase him in a black nightie, if you chase him in a black nightie, lingerie, first he will have sex with you and then he will run. Why does a man run from a situation like this one? He runs because the woman's behavior doesn't suggest that she places a high value on herself. The relationship is new and the bond between them is relatively shallow. Yet she has already dealt him her best card. I just remembered that. All right. I just remembered that to make reference to that book. Why did I make reference to that? Because sometimes when we're saying these things, you think it's church talk. It's not. It's the psychology of humans. You meet a person too early and you guys are getting down sexually. The foundation for trust has already been destroyed in that relationship. You cannot trust each other. Forget anything you're saying. You cannot trust each other. Because the same way he got it easy with you is the same way you will expect that he's getting it easy with some girl or some other person. The same way she would assume or believe or suspect that you're getting down with any other person out there. You see, so the point is, these things mess up your ability to see properly, to evaluate properly. And guess what? These are the times where, after getting down with this person sexually, you start expecting that the relationship will be serious. It cannot be serious. It was never meant to be serious. This is the purpose why they came to you and they have had it. Don't expect that to change over time. It's not going to change. I know in your mind now, you start telling me about, but 1 or 2 people had that kind of relationship and they work and they're happily married. Congratulations to them. Thank God for them. You don't know the details, my brother. You don't know the details, my sister. You don't know what's going on there. You don't know all the troubles they have to go through. You don't know all the fights and all the suspicion and all the insecurities they have to deal with all of the time. Because it's a wrong foundation. It's a wrong foundation. I will have the session for that conversation. For now, let me leave it there. All right. Let me see. There's some points I'm just jumping because I feel like I have touched them before. Oh, I missed this one. Now, you are in a relationship with somebody, or so you think, and they don't address you in any way special or personal when there is a third party. Take note. All the lovey-dovey and all the nicey things they tell you is when it's only two of you. Over the phone in the night when you should be sleeping, preparing for the next day. But when there's a third party, you are just a friend. You are just a neighbor. You are just a colleague. You are just someone that they met 2 weeks ago at the event. And you think it's a relationship. If it's a relationship, listen, they should have a personal way they address you, irrespective of the environment. They introduce you or they talk about you to their friends, to the people in their space as one who is important to them. Okay, yeah, Montreberry says, meet my friend. Listen to me, when you have a general tag with that person, then that's the category you belong. You're general, you're not yet special. For you, you're introducing them as, oh, my love, oh, the one that my heart beats for. All those nice things they used to say, but the sugar in my tea, oh, my sweetie, my sugar, my... You are a colleague, you are just a general somebody. When they introduce you like that, or they shy away from making you take that special place when there are other people around them, or in the public, they can't hold your hands, they can't show you all of that endearment, listen, it's a sign that these guys are not yet taking you seriously. And when I say guys, I'm talking about either the girl or the guy. All right, they're not yet taking you seriously. Perhaps there are other people that are also on the line. So they don't want to mess up their chances, or they don't want people to know that you are also one of those that are the latest catch. Do you understand? Yeah, so you want to pay attention to that. When it's just you, both of you, he's telling you, oh, you're my angel. I can do anything for you. Reverend Chiba, thank you, sir. He said, my cousin sister. Hey, who is this person? It's my cousin's sister. Interesting. Idea. If they start putting you in that kind of category, then you're not yet in a relationship with that person. No, you're not. You're not. You're not. In fact, what you should do is just excuse yourself from that gathering or from that event or from that place and just go home or go somewhere else or go and sit down somewhere else, because clearly you are on your own. You are alone there. All right. Why? Because if both of you are in a relationship, then you should be able to boldly address yourselves as such anywhere you are. You want your friends to know that this is that special person in your life. You want your colleagues to know that this is that special person. You want your family members to know that this is that special person. All right. Now, another point that follows this one is the fact that they avoid you coming around their close circles or their family members. Because to the people that are really close to them, those ones know the real girlfriend. They know the real girlfriend. The real one that they are planning wedding next 2 weeks that you're not aware of. So they make sure they shield you out of close circles, family circles, close friends. You only see, they only allow you around the useless committee, the committee that call you our wife. The people that know what's going on and they're just using you to catch cruise. All right, those are the only ones you see them with, but you don't really get to see the people that are important to them. All right, now take note of this. When you see those kind of signs, whether it's the lady doing it to you as a guy, all right, or it's the guy doing it to you as a lady, please know that there's something they're hiding and they are not yet into you. For some reason, they are not yet ready to show the world that you are that one person in their life. The next point follows like this one, which is the point that they are not proud of you. Those days, it was common to have men marry their original wife. Then when they make money, that original wife, maybe she didn't go to school, but when they were at that low level in their life, when they were just iron bender or vulcanizer, that was the one they could marry. Along the line now, somehow, they now touch money. Then when they are going for events, they now want to go and look for one CC Echo, that will fit the new level. All right. So, what's happening there? Those people are not proud of their wives. Okay. In some cases, it's the women who are not proud of their husbands. So when they are going to certain places, they want to leave them behind. They don't want them to come. Please, don't. You should not be seen around me in this kind of place that we're going to. Now, if you're in a relationship with somebody who's not proud of you, that's a very sorry state to be in. That's going to erode your self-esteem. Please, you don't want to be there. You don't want to be there. No, you don't. There's this popular saying that you go to places where you are celebrated, not places where you are tolerated. Okay? If the person is not proud of you to their family members, that's really bad now. You want to live there. If the family members themselves are not even proud of you as the one who is dating their son or their daughter, come on, you can't be comfortable there. They'll make a mess of you. They'll talk you down. They'll make you feel less of yourself. All right? So, another sign that you know that this person is not proud of you is that they'll always hide your identity. You'll be surprised. You go somewhere with them, and they say, I see your babe. They say, no, that my friend. She just escort me come this party. They'll hide your identity. They don't want to tell people boldly like, yeah, that's my girlfriend, or that's my boyfriend. They say, no, it's just the guy that drives me around. This is my Uber. Lover boy. Hey. Because she's not proud of you. Because you probably don't have the looks, you don't have the money, you don't have the kind of car, you don't have the kind of swag that they want. And then they just tag you as one general person so that, come on, they're not proud of you. When you see someone who's proud of you, if you like, be wearing bedroom slippers. If you like, don't have money. If you like, don't speak correctly. They will show up with you and they will show you up anywhere and anytime. And they will proudly do so. And guess the more important part, they will be committed to helping you become a better person. Yes. But you see those ones who are always hiding your identity, who are always denying you, they're not proud of you. And you don't want to stay in that place. You want to be around people who genuinely love you, they're interested in you, and they are proud of you. They always want to show you up, among their friends, among their family members. They want to talk about you. There was one point I missed before, which is a very important point. The fact that, if you are the only one always making the sacrifices in this relationship, all the time, it's you who has to forgo this, it's you who has to forgo that, it's you who have to put in the extra, it's you who always have to be sorry, you're the one who always takes the blame. No, that is not a relationship. Somebody is using you. Somebody is abusive towards you. Somebody is trying to, manipulate you. Somebody is trying to make you feel less of yourself. All right? If you find yourself in that kind of relationship, please take note. You have been dating yourself all this while. That thing you are in is not a relationship. It's not leading to anywhere good. And the best thing you can do for yourself is draw the emotional strength you need, speak to people who can help you to get out of that abusive environment that you're in. All right? Some people always ask me this question when I talk like this. They say, what if the person will get better later? I say, yes, let them be getting better on their own. Not, while they are getting better, you are moving on with your life. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not at your mercy that they are getting better. No, you move on and let them get better. That's good for them. If you people meet later in the future and they have become better, that's good for both of you. All right? But if you're just there hoping and staying and expecting that they will change, people have done 20, 30 years with people they thought would change and did not change. And their lives kept becoming one hell after another. You don't want that to be your story. Let me say this very quickly, that the reason I do these things, Febblosum, I'm seeing you. When church don't close, now you come class. You will start second service just now. You will start second service. We are finished actually. It's already like 10 o'clock. All right. So let me say this very quickly. When I say these things I'm saying, it's from a depth of insight, wisdom, experience, and then counseling. Of course, lots of reading and learning. Okay. Now, I'm saying that because Exactly. Take care of a chiba. You're not their lesson teacher or wrong. You that want to teach there, you ought to stay there and be changing somebody's life. It's not your work. Leave them. All right. I'm saying all this because, people just believe they know what they're doing. We are the ones who have gone ahead of you. We are the ones who are seeing the back end. You can't see the back end. When we're telling you some of these things, it's not because I don't have hope that somebody can change or that things can get better. No, I'm just telling you that there are certain people that will not change in this lifetime. That change you're expecting from them, it is not in your place to make them change it. All right? It's not in your place. You don't have the ability. You're not the one. You're not strong enough a factor to bring about that change. So you need to hear it early, and you need to be able to move away from these people, because what happens is that, listen to me and listen good, every useless relationship in your life messes up the chances of a good relationship in the future. Let me say it again. Every useless relationship in your life messes up the chances of a good relationship in the future. You have no idea how these things impact you until you are ready for a relationship that will be meaningful, and then you find all the references from your past haunting you so bad. You meet a sincere person, yet you cannot trust them. Why? Because all the people you have met in the past, whom you had no business being with, okay, but have taken different years from your life and left you with a residue of damage and dirt and all unthinkable, useless experiences. Those are the things that have formed your reality now. And then now when you're talking with somebody else, you're looking at this new person with the lenses of all the other negative experiences. All right. One of the ways you can avoid all of this, like I always tell people, is leave this matter of relationship until you can put marriage in view. Before then, what are you doing? Be friends with people. Keep sexual activities away from that friendship. All right. Let it be value-based. And by the time you discover that this person you're drawing close to, and they're not even vibing on the same value frequency with you, feel free to leave them. It's not quarrel. It's not just excuse yourself and look for the other people who vibe with you on the same frequency. With these few points of mine, I think I gave up to maybe 10, 12, 13 points. I didn't count. I didn't even number the points. All right. And with these few points of mine, permit me to call it a day on today's session. Some people joined late, but that's okay. You can watch the video, or you can watch the replay on my IG handle here, on Single and Ready Club handle. All right. Let me see if there are a few comments I want to take. Fablosum, is because of Father Christmas you came late. Congratulations. Well done. Okay. People that are seeing the other code. Fablosum. See all this energy you're bringing at the end of program. Okay, there's a question. What's your take when the one you're in a relationship with keeps reporting you to a third party behind your back? That is, the issue was not dealt with between you both. Who is this third party? 1. 2, did they discuss with you first, and have they spoken with you for a while? And then because you're not listening, they're reporting to a third party. Just asking. Okay. Because many times when questions like this come, there's so many other things around it that we need to know. But if it's just the kind of people who naturally would always talk about what is going on in their relationship to their best friend, who is not their partner, or to their mother, or with parents, or your own parents, how about now? That's not cool. That's really not cool. It's not an ethical behavior. That person needs to become a little bit more mature. Not everybody is mature for a relationship. You guys should be able to sort out your differences among yourselves first. And then even if there's going to be a third party, it should be a third party like a counselor, a therapist, a mentor, someone you guys submit to, someone you guys can listen to, a pastor that both of you submit to, who can talk to you guys from a position of instruction and guidance. Not amebo, not really, you again, yeah, behaving like this. No, somebody who can bring instruction, who can bring balance, who can bring perspective that both of you will submit to. That is the kind of third party. And usually they should not be family members. The reason is that family members have a natural bias, okay, in that equation already. They have a natural bias. So if you say the person is always reporting, you want to let them know that that is wrong and they should stop it. And if they don't want to stop it, you stop the relationship, because I take it that you're not yet married. Okay. Now, why it's important is because if you get married to this kind of person, I mean, everything that's happening in the home, your parents are going to be aware of it. And trust me, parents don't need some of all that detail. Trust me, they don't need it. What's off is that they're not even talking to you first. So at some point, you don't even know what has gone outside. You don't know what level of your information is already out there. You think you are having something confidential with your partner. Do you understand? So it's not a healthy situation at all. If the person is willing to get help, you can refer them for counseling, refer them to see a therapist, talk to me, but if you have talked about this again and again and you don't see any improvement, then that's not a good person for you, really. Because another reason, let me say this authoritatively, another reason some people do things like that is because they're trying to gain manipulative control over you. That's one. Two, they're also trying to destroy the relationship between you and your family members. So they keep telling a lot of terrible stories about you to your family members. They get angry with you. They start fighting with you. Your siblings start keeping malice with you. At the end of the day, what all of this is going to do is that they're going to sever you from those family members. And then when they start dealing with you, there will be nobody you can go back to who will help you. Nobody will be on your side, including your parents. And many times when people do these things, they do it when they know that you have this close relationship with your parents. Your parents really like you, really believe in you. So what they're going to do is they're going to keep poisoning their minds about you. They will keep poisoning their mind until they get to the point where your parents don't even like you anymore. They're tired of you and your wrongdoings. And then when you call to them and everywhere don't cast, things are bad in this relationship, they will not even side you. Why? Because that person has filled their mind with a lot of useless information. Okay, so sometimes it is a manipulator's trick. And if you have talked to this person again and again and they're not willing to change, then you don't want to remain in that relationship because they're not mature enough. Not everyone is mature for a marital relationship. Not, a lot of them are not. I hope you got that, Mercy. Do you have a follow-up to that question? If any other person wants to drop a point for that question, please feel free to just before I sign out. It's already past our time. Choma, I see you. You're welcome. Church have closed. But it's good to see you all the same. Okay, so Mercy, you got what I said, right? Let me know if it's clear. All right, thank you, sir. Thank you too. God bless you. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the day. So everyone, see you guys later. Christmas is just somewhere down the lane. All right, it's by the corner. All right. What if the person is talking to a counselor? Okay. Okay. If the person is talking to a counselor, then let's give them time. Let's give them time to see if the things that the counselor is telling them will show in their life. You understand? So let's give them time. All right. But there are people. See, so from someone who's in the space, there are people who talk to counselors to also manipulate the counselors. Yes. They are talking to you to get you on their side against their partner. Yes. So, okay, so you're putting some context there. So talking to the counselor without talking to you about the issue. No, that's wrong. That's you're jumping the process. The process is that both of you should discuss. And that's why in next week's session, I'm going to talk about the fact that, about communication. And both of you should discuss first. Okay? Both of you should discuss. If you cannot resolve issues between yourselves, then both of you are not ready. That's not a relationship. Okay? It needs to first be discussed between you two first. They shouldn't jump the order. All right? It should be discussed between you two. It's only when it's not being resolved that you can consider seeking someone else's opinion. All right. And I've qualified the kind of person's opinion that should be sought. All right. Not just everybody and not even family members. Okay. So I hope that speaks to that, CJ. Both of you should talk about the issue first. before they are reporting you. Okay. When both of you talk about it first, then if there are no changes, then you can take it to the next level. Okay. Thank you, Cherish. Thank you for the feedback. God bless you. See you guys. So Merry Christmas in advance from me and all those and my family and all those around me. We say Merry Christmas to you. See you guys next week, 9 p.m. Nigerian time. All right. I feel like not closing, but I gotta close. All right. See you guys next week. God bless you. Have a wonderful, wonderful Merry Christmas and a fantastic New Year. But I'll see you before New Year, so we'll save that part. God bless you guys. Bye for now.